Good morning, everyone. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here in my flat in Rochester, Kent. Good morning. Sunday. I think there's a bit of sunshine outside, which is good, isn't it? It's another nice day. We had a slight bit of rain yesterday, but not too much. So good morning, everybody. So here I am. I've got myself up. I suffer from anxiety and depression. But I've got myself up today, and I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and happy birthday to three American titans of entertainment: author Stephen King, actor and comedian Bill Murray, and director Jerry Bruckheimer. I can only imagine how a collaboration would turn out.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. The time is 8:09 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Sunday, the 21st of September.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Currently, in Rochester it's 10 degrees Celsius with partly sunny skies. Today, you can expect mostly sunny weather, with a high of 16 degrees and a low of 7 degrees.
Can't believe the other day it was in the 20s in September. It's so hot the other day. Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Why did the violin take up meditation? It was very highly strung.
And Alexa, which celebrity was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 21st of September include Alexander Isaac, Stephen King, Liam Gallagher, Shinzo Abe, and Bill Murray.
Stephen King being the horror author. Alexa, how old is Stephen King?
Stephen King is 78 years old.
And what are some of Stephen King's famous books?
There are no books matching Stephen King's in your Audible library.
No, I know that. Alexa, what books did Stephen King write?
Some books by Stephen King include The Shining, It, The Stand, Misery, and Carrie.
Watched Carrie, I've watched Misery. Misery's one hell of a good film. So I've read a lot of Stephen King books, and I grew up with that author when I was younger, and that's how I got into horror stories and horror films. Stephen King, also the book Christine. So I like horror stories, horror films, and I love Halloween. So yeah. So happy birthday to Stephen King and Bill Murray, an American actor. So I've got up this morning, woken up by Alexa 7:20, so I always get up roughly that then or abouts at the weekend and during the week, because I don't like oversleeping. So I got myself up, made myself a cup of herbal tea, and I'm up and ready to go. Not that anything special is happening today. It's just a day that I'm going to obviously tackle the household chores. That's what I do on a Sunday. So get on with the washing up, tidy up, and just try and relax on a Sunday if I possibly can. I live by myself with my lovely dog Max, who sat on my TikTok chair, that I call it, and Harry's in the other room at the moment, because when Harry comes in here he'll start bounding about, and he's just clumsy. Bless him, he's clumsy, so he jumps on things, and he starts to attack my sofa. He loves to scratch my sofa, so I have to watch him. Bless him. It's been like that since a kitten. Lovely bundle of ginger and white fur, running around, and it's been like it since he was little. So he's over a year now, and he's still got the same personality, which is wonderful. When pets stay young, as they get older, they've still got that little spark in them, and that little, like, I'm gonna scratch that sofa. one of my elderly cats who died over a year ago now remained like that till she was elderly, just bounding about, jumping on things, and as she got older she jumped and then she just fell, but she was still the same. Anyway, so we'll go back to yesterday. Yesterday I had a bit of peace and quiet during the day, which I used to recharge myself, because over the past 3 or 4 weeks I've got extremely stressed with all the noise, and a lot of it is because the building is designed like crap. It looks nice on the exterior, but inside it's absolutely shit. It's crap. It's not soundproof. Bits of it are falling apart, and it's a new building. It's not as sturdy as an older building. So in the future, you see they're building all these new build flats, right? But they're all going to start falling apart earlier than a big sturdy house or a building that's older, because it's just crap. Now, people don't like me telling the truth, but if you don't tell the truth, then people get suckered into these things and regret it, like myself did when I first moved into this property. So it's not soundproof. You can hear absolutely everything. So it's not neighbours actually stalking you, but obviously if you're making a noise and they can hear you, then they're going to go over to that noise and see what it is. It's not actually stalking. It feels like stalking when you can hear neighbours walking where you are. But honestly, the building is so badly soundproofed that you can hear people turn the kettle on, turn their microwave on, talk. It's bad. It's like a cheap seedy hotel quality. The walls are. So it gets me down, because obviously you could hear someone on the 3rd floor probably, for all I know, and I'm on the 1st. So it just, I got used to it when it wasn't so much above my head, and now it's over my head again. It's driving me bananas, because I can't wear headphones, because everybody, wear earphones, wear headphones. I've seen people wear headphones. Why should you have to go around all day wearing a pair of headphones? That's ridiculous. Why should people have to do that because of a badly designed building? Anyway, so we're going to go back to yesterday, like I said. So I got a bit of respite from all this noise and crap. And I just sat down for a couple of hours and recharged myself and watched a couple of TikTok films and tried to get on with everyday bits and pieces that I can't do when all this noise is going on. So I sat down and relaxed, and I couldn't believe it. I just thought, oh my God, this is so wonderful. And of course it doesn't last, does it? So 5:30, it all kicked off. Kids are noisy, start yelling outside, you know that they're on their way. Door slams upstairs, and fucking hell, off it goes again. The bullying, the harassment, the coordinated people in this building trying to make me feel horrible about myself. It's a coordinated effort, and it's been going on for some time, because it's the same familiar faces. As to when the takeaway, there was an incident where someone was ordering takeaways and not paying for them and sending them to my address. And I don't know how that can happen, but it does. And there was the same familiar faces are rearing their ugly heads again that were to do with that takeaway incident. Right? I recognise them. Especially when they're hanging underneath the window, staging little scenarios. The same people. I'm just getting on with my life. I'm just, I'm still bidding on properties. I still want to get out of here. So it all kicked off around 5:25 when the guy upstairs came indoors. And I'm not saying it's him. I'm just saying everything started. It was all quiet until he came home upstairs. And then me, started getting messages to this dating site, Flirt Finder. And it was of an old man, right? An old guy. And he was from a place I've never ever heard from before. So someone had looked this place up and thought it'd be nice to try and fool me with either a made up place or a place I've never ever heard in my life of before. And it was bad spelling, bad grammar, and I screenshotted it because they're all being given to the police eventually, and the housing, because it coincides with residents of this building coming back home, and I'm getting bombarded with messages, and the noise escalates upstairs to the point where I'm getting really, really, really stressed, because the noise combined with the messages is winding me up. And I'm not mad. Anyone under the amount of stress that I'm going through right now over the past 4 or 5 weeks would have lost it a long time ago. And then they try out and say, oh, you're mad, when they've caused a load of noise nuisance and started calling you things on Flirt Finder. They turn around and say you're the one that's mental. So I screenshotted the old man. It's not an old man. It's either teenagers mucking about or something else that's sinister. It's because it's not an old man of 78 texting me. And he wanted a woman of 60 plus, and I'm not 60. So what is he doing texting me in the first place? So we screenshotted that. And then later on, Paul texted. So this 70-year-old guy was called Stephen. And then Paul texted, or AKA Shouty. Another not very nice looking man. He looked horrible. Not my type at all. This Shouty texted, what are you doing? What are you doing this evening? Don't you get bored? And then it's one of those wanting photographs, let's go over to WhatsApp and and I just ignored it. Just after dirty photographs again. They just get ignored now. I'll say hello and pass the time of day, and when they say, do you want a bit of fun? Do you want a bit of fun? I don't know if it's a woman. I don't know if it's, I don't know who it is. And if I don't know who it is, I'm not going to have a conversation with them. Because it might be a pervert, might be a prisoner, a serial killer, it could be anybody. If they can't prove who they are, I'm not speaking to them. And how can they prove who they are? They can't really, unless they live stream themselves. And they're not going to do that if I think I know who it is. Especially if it's a woman pretending to be a bloke. They're not going to live stream themselves, are they? They send you photographs of other people and they send you videos of other people, but you never meet them. No, because they're not real. It's a catfish. It's a catfish. I don't know what's wrong with them, that they don't want to show their real persona, their real face. They must have some problem. That's what catfishes do. They send you pictures of other people, videos of other people. They can send videos of other people to you. A whole load of them. They can steal videos and they can steal photographs. Before I even engage with someone on a dating site, there is an application where you can download and it'll see if this photograph has popped up anywhere else. Right? So they're fooling themselves now. There's applications that can tell you whether a photograph is fake, whether it's popped up on other websites and people have used it, and then you know that they're a con artist, a scammer and a catfish. But I'm getting them. Someone said to me, why don't you go to Match.com? Why don't you... Somebody's following me about through the internet and stalking me. They're into every dating site, and as soon as they see my photograph, they're in that site and they're at it with these fake profiles and these lies and crap. No intention of meeting, because I've probably met them before and turned them down. That's another idea that I've got. I've probably been out with them, met them before in the past. They know I'm not going to go out with them again, so they're pretending to be somebody else. That's another thing. And what are young lads doing in a woman of a certain age website? I'm in my 50s. What are young lads doing in my dating sites? That's disturbing. Couple of stage scenarios outside my window last night. I've been told to log it, write it down and send it to the housing because it's organised gang stalking and harassment. These are young people. I'm in my 50s. Why are young people down my TikTok and my YouTube? We're talking about teenagers and people in their 20s following me about, lurking underneath my window and saying things underneath my window. And I'm being blatantly honest, it all started after he came home. There was none of it all day. It was quiet. It was quiet for hours because they went out about 11, half 11, and it was quiet right up till 5:30. And then it starts. The bullying and the harassment and the taking the piss out of the way I look and the bullshit when he comes back. And I've written it all down and logged it, and it's come back. Oh, connection, guy upstairs, bullying, guy upstairs, harassment, guy upstairs, messages. There's a connection, maybe not directly with him, but there's a connection with all this harassment and him. It's black and white staring me in the face. When I went out last night, they mimic his car. They mimic the way his car is parked with the wheels twisted out. I don't drive. I don't have a car. They're mimicking his car. Don't drive, do I? I don't go around coughing. So what are they doing? What are these people outside doing? You're either mimicking the wrong person mimicking the wrong person. I'm just getting on with it now. If they want to think I'm a fella, well, let them think I'm a fella. I know who I am. I know I'm a woman. I know what my name is. I know where I'm going in life. They obviously don't. They want to stay stuck in the mud and the fucking misery that they're in. Bullying someone that's wrong. They're absolutely mad. They're crazy. They're up and out there on a Sunday morning ready for it. They're just waiting to pounce on me. Sunday morning. And last night, I hadn't heard from my mum in the afternoon or the evening, so it was quiet. There was no phone calls. And of course, the noise last night, thumping on the ceiling. The ceiling was moving upstairs, thumping, stomping, trying to get a reaction out of me. When they failed to get a reaction out of me, it suddenly stopped. Kicking, banging, throwing objects, trying to get a reaction out of me, which is desperacy. It's somebody that's desperate. What are you doing tonight? All this kicking off upstairs while I'm getting messages. Oh, don't you get bored? Aren't you bored? You know, I don't go outside. I'm in my 50s. I was 20, 30 years ago when I used to go out to pubs and drink whiskey and try all the fucking alcohol drinks. That was 30 years ago. I don't want to damage my liver in my old age, thank you. It's boring, is it? Well, you know, when you get to my age, you try and slow down and look after your body. So when you're younger, yeah, you do want to run around and experience life and live it to the max. But when you get to my age, you want to slow down a bit. Do you know what I mean? And rest. I don't want to run around everywhere, get drunk, puke up and make a racket. That's why I can't understand why they stuck me in this building, to be quite honest. Someone like my son's age of 20 to 30, yes. But I'm in my 50s. I don't want to go running around and going to nightclubs. Never understood why they put me in this building. Never in a million years. I survived it though. I survived the first bout of this bullying in 2020 to 2023. I survived it. It was worse than this. It was awful. Because you had builders out there making a noise and it was terrible. I survived it. So I just say to myself, you survived it, you'll survive it again. They'll give up before you do. And they fucking will. They will do. Us 60s kids, built of strong stuff. Built of stronger stuff. I ain't giving in, and I'm certainly not being forced out of my flat by ignorant people that, you know, get on with it. You want to fart, belch on your balcony and think you're the bee's knees? I can do that as well. I could fart, belch and be a prick. Not that I want to. I don't want to behave like that. See you later.